would wait and watch from far away, but you always knew you'd be the one to work while they all play. And you'd lay awake at night and scheme of all the things that you would change, but it was just a dream.
This is the worst Survivor Series build I have ever seen in my entire life. We are live, man! This show was absolutely terrible tonight. I don't know how they continue to get more boring week by week. It's truly amazing. Survivor Series is this Sunday. You'd never know it, though. We're going to go over tonight's horrendous show and the lack of anything that happened tonight. And that's pretty much it, man. It's me, you, it's the venue. We're going to hang out on a Monday night. Man, what a tune at the beginning of the show, huh? Nothing to get you hyped up like some "We Are the Warriors." You are my warriors. I am the chief. This is off the script.
AEW successful? Why is Tony Khan running his promotion better than Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard are running Monday night and Friday night? Long-term booking.
What is going on, guys? Thank you so very much for joining me right here on your Monday nights. This is your Monday Night Raw post show for November 15th, 2021. I'm JD from New York, and this is Off the Script. You know, man, I say it every time, man. You know, if I didn't have this show, I probably would not be on here right now. I'd probably be playing Halo on my new PC. I'd probably be sitting here with a cold beverage, an alcoholic beverage. I have my liquid death, as I usually do, my carbonated water like I usually do on a Monday night. You ever get invited to a family gathering or a party that you just did not want to attend for the life of you? And you get there, and you see a bunch of people that you either don't like or don't want to talk to in that given moment. The food sucks. There's loud kids jumping up and down everywhere. Mommy, 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 daddy. Can I go play on the swing set? Mommy! Meanwhile, you got to sit there and cut the fucking food up for your kid and feed your food while all you want to do is fucking eat yourself. Then you got to hear about the fucking happenings of somebody that you don't give a shit about. Hearing about their fucking day-to-day operation, their job, their 9-to-5 job, and I'm thinking to myself, motherfucker, shut the fuck. I don't give a shit what you do or what you're talking about, bro. I just want to go home, put my fucking pajamas on, and watch the fucking ball game. But I gotta be here with you. And your fucking kids that don't want to shut the fuck up. I got them a gift. Maybe I should have got them a fucking muzzle. You ever feel like that? You ever be in a situation like that? That was me tonight during Monday Night Raw. That was me tonight on Monday Night Raw. That was pretty much me every week for the whole 2021. Watching this show on Monday night. This show is awful. This show is genuinely awful. You know, it's amazing to me, man. It's not amazing, but it's amazing at the same time. How we come out of Saturday, right? We come out of Saturday. And I'm here live with Jesse. And it's fucking 12:30, 1 o'clock. I'm looking at the iPhone, right? We're here till 3 o'clock in the morning, live on YouTube. And we still got all this excitement about what happened at Full Gear. Tonight, I swear on my grandfather's tomb, I fell asleep for 45 minutes. As soon as I seen Nikki Trash come on TV, I was fucking passed out like a light. Nikki Trash is on TV. I got the TV on barely any volume. Normally it's muted when she comes on TV. Had my iPhone propped up against a pillow on the couch. I put on some Dr. Disrespect. I was watching him play some Halo today. Fell asleep. Just because I was just so goddamn out of it from watching the first hour of this show. You know, you might not know it. There's a pay-per-view on Sunday, you know, from New York City. You know, this is not some fucking rinky-dink pay-per-view from bumblefuck fucking Montana. Or some hick town in fucking Nashville, Tennessee. We have a legit pay-per-view in New York City on Sunday. Not sold out. No excitement. You'd never know it. You'd never know it. Roman Reigns and Big E will go one-on-one. I'm assuming we'll see Big E on Friday. Damian Priest, the United States champion. You might not know he's the United States champion. He hasn't been on the fucking show in 2 weeks. Whole new attitude change for Mr. Priest, but he hasn't been on the show, right? Shinsuke Nakamura. He'll be going one-on-one with Shinsuke. You know, Shinsuke's held the Intercontinental Championship since when? SummerSlam? How many times has he defended it? How many times has that man defended the Intercontinental Championship? It had to be at least one time, right? I believe. It was probably against Apollo Crews before he went over to Monday Night Raw in the draft. What is with WWE and their mid-card titles? Do they even give a single shit about their mid-card championships? United States title's treated like shit. Damian Priest isn't making that title better. No knock on Damian Priest. It's just the way he's booked. Shinsuke Nakamura's not making that Intercontinental Championship any better. It's not his fault. It's just the way he's booked. But they go one-on-one. You'd never know it. You'd never know it. They never crossed paths. Priest hasn't gone out with Nakamura to go surfing down in Orlando. He hasn't gone out with Nakamura to throw back a couple of cold beverages, right? Nothing. They haven't crossed paths at all. The Usos and I keep saying rated RKBro. Sounds a little bit better. RKBro, whatever. RKBro, Randy Orton, and Matt Riddle. They have a tag team match on Sunday. WWE wanted to give that away tonight in some sense on Monday Night Raw. Not that I give a shit about the match going in, but that doesn't mean I want to see it on Monday night, 6 days before the pay-per-view, which WWE tends to throw out there because, you know, they sit in Stamford, Connecticut at Titan Tower. I don't give a shit about tonight's show. We'll just give the fucking fans the pay-per-view before the pay-per-view. There's no build to it anyway. Whatever. Then we got Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair. Have a feeling WWE's going to make a Montreal-esque screw job, a Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels screw job out of Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair. I do not see either of these women losing on Sunday night. It's probably the only thing that's interesting coming out of this show on Sunday night. Then you got the men's and women's Survivor Series matches. I don't give a single shit about who wants to stand tall for Raw and who wants to honor SmackDown. I don't care. I don't care. You showed me that you don't care. I'm going to tell you I don't care. Your shit sucks. This company fucking sucks. This pay-per-view is a fucking embarrassment. This show is an embarrassment. I don't know how people stay awake on a weekly Monday night. I really don't. Now I know why people in the community have opted to cover Monday Night Raw the following day, so they don't have to sit up late on a Monday night to watch this excruciating fucking garbage. We're going to go over this show tonight. I got no news. Trying to find news in WWE going into Survivor Series. Yeah, good luck with that. Good luck with that. We're going to go over the show tonight. I want to thank you all very much for joining me on your Monday nights. This is your Monday Night Raw post show for November 15th, 2021. We got two sponsors for today's show. Number one, my good friends over at Honey. JoinHoney.com/offthescript. You guys are going to download the free web browser, and when you shop online, you will save some money with Honey. And I have been I'm not wearing it today because I want to preserve it. I don't want to ruin it like I do all my other hats, but I got my Atlanta Braves 2021 World Series champion hat, and I got it off of Honey because I like to save some money when I buy my Braves paraphernalia. So if you guys want to save some money, you guys can actually download the free web browser and get yourself some savings. That is joinhoney.com/offthescript. We'll go over my friends over at Honey a little bit later. And today, we have a second sponsor for tonight's show, and it's coming from the fine people who are in the business of making some cool-ass zombie movies, man. Today's show is also sponsored by Corpse Control. And I left you guys a link in the live stream chat to their YouTube channel. If you guys want a zombie comedy series about an exterminator crew that goes around New York City taking care of the undead, then Corpse Control is right up your alley, man. We got a special trailer viewing right here on the show in just a little bit, man. I mean, how could you not like it? It's comedy, it's zombies, and it's in New York City. It's got that nice New York vibe to it. So make sure you guys go and check that out. I left you guys the link in the comment section right there in the live stream chat. So we'll go over those guys in a little bit. We'll sit down and watch the trailer in just a little bit. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up, man. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. I know YouTube took the thumbs up away. Or they took the ratings away. They took the thumbs down away. So you guys can't see the thumbs down anymore, but I see them. I see the thumbs up. I see the thumbs down. But they still work. I want you guys to understand this. I'm going to be mentioning it every single time until it's making your ears bleed. It still works the same way. When you rate the video, when you like the video, it pushes my video into recommended. So make sure you guys continue to hit that thumbs up, man. We're at 496 likes. We got almost 1,900 in the venue for this boring episode of Monday Night Raw, which I appreciate. But make sure you guys hit that thumbs up and let's try to get to 1,000 live here tonight on the post show, right here on Off the Script. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for all notifications. Just hit the join button as well. Become a VIP with me right here in the OTS venue. You guys get those custom emotes that you could use in the live stream chat. And you guys could use the emotes in the comment section as well on all my videos. You guys even get those custom badges to show off your VIP status, man. And we got a lot of VIPs. So make sure you guys go and hit that join button as well. Go check out all the other content on the channel, all on the homepage right now. If you missed anything, tons of it. We did a ton of extras this weekend. Lately, I've been doing the extras on these major pay-per-view weekends because a pay-per-view like Full Gear, very extensive, man. It was a long weekend. So I gave you guys an extra actually yesterday. Go check that out. We talked about Tony Khan and the criticism he got for cutting off a female reporter about an AEW all-women's pay-per-view, which I gave my opinion on. That was yesterday. We did the Full Gear post-show with Jesse on Saturday. Almost 3 hours of audio content there. Go check that out. And everything else during the week that you might have missed, go and check it out all on the homepage. Patreon.com/JDfromNY206. Great way to support the show. You got exclusive merchandise over there that you guys can only get on Patreon. You guys got the t-shirts. You know the deal. Bonfire.com. You guys want the t-shirts? The links are right down below under the video player, man. All the most popular t-shirts are right underneath the video player. Click it. It'll take you right to the shirt website and to the shirt design of your choice. 1, 2, 3. Easy as a Titus blueberry pie. So go and do that. And that's pretty much all I got. It's all I got, man. I don't want to talk about their show tonight. I'm stalling. I'm kind of stalling. I don't want to talk about Monday Night Raw, but we might as well get into it. The quicker I get through this, the quicker I get the fuck out of here. Monday Night Raw opened up with Big E. Monday Night Raw opened up with Big E, his music hit. Very lukewarm reaction for Big E in Indianapolis, Indiana. And he comes out, he's looking very, I want to say, not like the New Day usually looks, kind of intense and focused on what is going on with him and Kevin Owens, him and Seth Rollins, him and the Usos and Roman Reigns. So, he's in the ring. He welcomed everybody to Monday Night Raw. And with Thanksgiving, it appears a lot of people have their eyes on him. Thanksgiving's around the corner. And people believe he has plenty to give, including leftovers. But let's not waste any time to get to the matter at hand. And then he calls out the tribal chief, Roman Reigns. So he said, I see you, Roman. I see you. It was supposed to be brand versus brand. Just supposed to be champion versus champion. But you and your little cousins took it to a place where we can never come back. Because he put his hands on his family, and now he has to beat Roman Reigns' ass. He said, now Roman, now he has to take a piece of him that he will never get back. He said that's on Sunday, but this is Monday Night Raw. So he then shifted his attention to Kevin Owens. And then he said to Kevin Owens for him to bring his lying, treacherous ass out here to handle business. So Owens comes out. He actually gets cheered, and then the crowd realizes, oh, shit, we're supposed to boo this guy. He's now a bad guy. So they ended up booing Kevin Owens after some minor cheers when he walked through the apron. Or walked through the curtain, rather. Owens stood at the entrance with the microphone, and he looked very bored. Just like how I usually look watching Monday Night Raw every week. He said there's nothing more he would love than to get in the ring and beat the hell out of Big E again, but he had to get something off his chest first. He said Big E cost him his match with Rollins by getting in his way, marking his third straight loss since returning to Monday Night Raw. He says he's not even talking about the weeks of Big E saying Owens was a liar and a traitor, so he snapped last week, and how could he not? He said, look, I was never lying, but it doesn't matter because you said it and everyone loves you. So if you said it, it must be true, right? He said he has everyone judging him now. So everyone judging him for what he did last week can go to hell, including Big E. He said perception is reality. And because of E, Big E, the perception of Owens is that he's a scumbag, a liar, and a horrible person, a bad guy. So guess what? He will be the bad guy everyone thinks he is and wants him to be. But he will be worse as he breaks bad on every single superstar in the locker room, on every single person in the arena across the world, especially Big E. Sounds like he was describing Bruce Pritchard. A lying scumbag, horrible person, and a bad guy. Sounds like Bruce Pritchard right down to the fucking Very last letter. So Big E said they talked enough and for Owens to bring his ass to the ring. Owens walked away. Big E then left the ring and he stormed into the back. He was about to chase Kevin Owens. And right as he tried to walk through the curtain going into Gorilla, the Usos, Jimmy and Jay Uso, attacked them from behind just before he could walk into Gorilla. They attacked him. They dragged him back to ringside, slamming him face first into the apron. They rolled him back into the ring. They were putting boots to him. Jay took the microphone and said, E, Reigns sends his regards, and we'll see you on Sunday. Jimmy then continued to put the boots to him. Jay continued to put the boots to him. And then RKBro, or Matt Riddle, I should say, ran out because Jimmy and Jay Uso mentioned RKBro and Survivor Series 1 week to go before the pay-per-view. You never know they were wrestling RKBro, but they are. So he says, oh yeah, RKBro, you guys can get this too. He said the Usos run Monday and Friday nights. Riddle ran to the ring to save Big E. They cleared the ring together. Sonya Deville, very formulaic and very boring and lazy, walks out to the stage and she says, and I quote, this might be unorthodox, but she's calling it on the fly, which is pretty much a shoot because I'm sure this show was booked on the fly as well. Tag team match right now. So we're getting a tag team match right now. She didn't really say who the participants were in this tag team match. All of a sudden, we see Seth Rollins walk out during Sonya Deville's address to Big E and Matt Riddle, and he walks out, walking by her down the aisle. So then we go to commercial. So I'm thinking, all right, so we're getting Big E and RK-Bro, being that Matt Riddle's already in the ring. I'm assuming that we're going to get Randy Orton making his entrance when we get back from commercial, right? Rollins is out there. I figured he'd team with the Usos. And it would be Rollins and the Usos versus Matt Riddle, Big E, and Randy Orton. Are you following me thus far? Okay. So we get back from commercial, and Seth Rollins is sitting at the ringside commentary table with a headset on. I'm like, okay, but he's out there in his wrestling gear. Is he going to wrestle tonight? Is he wrestling later in the show? The tag team match that WWE booked on the fly, unorthodox, was Matt Riddle and Big E versus Jimmy and Jay Uso. So, WWE, right off the bat, they gave you a tag team match that made absolutely no fucking sense. Words between Big E and Kevin Owens in the beginning that meant absolutely nothing to anybody because I just don't give a shit, to be honest. Rollins is out there in his wrestling gear with a fucking headset on. No reason why. WWE is giving us pretty much 75% of the Survivor Series tag team match that we're getting on Sunday between the Usos and RK-Bro, minus Randy Orton, right now in the ring. Are you following me? Good. So we get Big E and Riddle versus the Usos. This match went 3 minutes. It ended in a DQ. So Big E threw Jay Uso at Rollins, who was sitting on commentary. Rollins then entered the ring, and he caused a disqualification. He and Jay stomped away on the baby faces, and Randy Orton's music hits, and Randy Orton comes out and RKO's Jay Uso. We go to a commercial break. We get back from yet another commercial, and we get Randy Orton, Matt Riddle, and Big E versus Seth Rollins and the Usos in a 6-man tag. I have to ask. Vince, Bruce, Johnny Ace, Shane Helms, somebody, Ed Koskey, somebody. Why did we not get this 6-man tag right from the very beginning? How on earth did you look at this on the script and say to yourself, yes, this makes sense? This might have been one of the most nonsensical, illogical starts to Monday Night Raw that I've seen all year. And we were given 75% of the tag team match that we're getting at Survivor Series tonight. Couldn't even leave that untouched, right? I always wonder what WWE is thinking in creative situations like this. Do they really think that the 4-man tag team match turning into a 6-man tag team match because Sonya Deville comes out and changes it up, or there's a disqualification and then it leads to a 6-man tag? Do you really think that's exciting to the viewer? I don't really understand why we needed to go through all of these nonsensical, unnecessary steps to get to a match that should have been booked right at the top without any of this nonsense happening, because you realize that it would have made sense if you just put all 6 guys in the ring without there being a regular tag team match beforehand. But what the fuck do I know? All I do is bitch and complain. All I do is moan. All I do is cry because I live in my mother's basement and I yell into a microphone every week about how garbage WWE is on a weekly basis. What the fuck do I know? What an absolute waste of my fucking time. A waste of everybody's time was this opening 20 minutes. It's unbelievable. Do you really think this is exciting for the people there and the people watching at home? Then they wonder why the fucking ratings are in the fucking toilet. So we got a 6-man tag that turned into a 6-man tag from a regular tag team match. So Big E was in control here. This went about 15 or so minutes. Big E was in control over the Usos. Rollins then regained control. And Orton gave Jay, after a hot tag, a back suplex. He then made a tag to Riddle. He was going in and out with strikes and suplexes and sentons to Rollins and Jay. Riddle tried to cover Rollins, but Jay broke up the cover, which led to everybody trading signature moves. Rollins gave Riddle consecutive elbows to the back of the head, rolled him up for what was a very out-of-nowhere victory. Because Rollins is the number 1 contender, so he can't lose. He's the team captain for SmackDown. He can't lose. But the tag team champions can lose. Because WWE is creatively inept going into Survivor Series. Absolutely nobody looked good here. The fans were bored out of their minds. I sat here and asked myself, how did any of this make sense? And how did this get anybody else more excited for Sunday at Survivor Series? The answer, it didn't. And the answer is none of this needed to happen. An absolute shit start to Monday Night Raw. So after this 6-man tag, we go to Bianca Belair and Mackenzie Mitchell. They're in the back. And she was with Belair. She interviewed Belair. And Bianca said last week, Joe Drop made it perfectly clear that she thought she should be on the team instead of Belair. But Belair doesn't make the rules around here. She said, they can go, and she's not discounting her abilities, but Joe Drop keeps getting in her business. Suddenly, she turned around and she saw Tamina Snuka staring at her who said tonight, Belair is her business. Belair said she was hoping for dough drop tonight, but Tamina will do, and she made her way to the ring to go one-on-one with Tamina Snuka. You know what boggles my mind? It's the fact that we're looking at a women's roster on WWE television that's in the last 6 to 9 months have fired Ember Moon, Taya Valkyrie, Ruby Riott, now Soho in AEW, Chelsea Green, amongst others. But here we are on Monday Night Raw, and Tamina Snuka still has a job. I'd love to see the face of the person who thought Tamina Snuka was more valuable than an Ember Moon, a Taya Valkyrie, a Chelsea Green, or an Ember Moon, or Ruby Riott. I don't know. These are the things I think about when I watch Monday Night Raw. So we got Bianca Belair versus Tamina, and you could sense the excitement in my voice. Bianca Belair wins in about 4 minutes here. Nothing really all that exciting about a Tamina Snuka match. But Belair did get a very impressive looking KOD on Tamina Snuka after sliding out of a Samoan drop. Forearm, got the KOD on Tamina, and the crowd really popped for that one. Belair wins in about 4 minutes with the KOD. Nobody is meaner than Tamina. Yeah, keep thinking that. Yeah, we got all these other women fired, but she still has a job. She must be really, really good around the catering department. I don't know. After the match, Dough Drop comes out. She's got a microphone. I quickly ran for my earplugs. Could not find them, so I was stuck listening to Dough Drop cut a promo. She stood at the entrance and said now that she had a match, Belair must be exhausted. I looked at the clock and seen it was 8:45, and I said to myself, Bianca Belair and JD have something in common. I'm also exhausted after 45 minutes of watching this trash. And it won't be very fair of her to come down and take advantage of Belair after she had a wrestling match. She said she just wanted to let Belair know that after Sunday, she will be looking for her. Well, Belair should not have a difficult time finding Dough Drop. She'll be waiting in line for Titus's baked potatoes. I heard they're exquisite. After this, we got a Kevin Owens walking in the back. Sarah Schreiber approached Kevin Owens, saying notwithstanding if he was lying or not, and he asked if she believed him or not. She said he would meet E in the ring, but that was a lie. He said he went out there and proved what he said, so he's a man of his word. Finn Balor approached, smiling. Smiley Finn, you know. Smiley Finn Balor, the former underwear model walking toothpaste ad, Finn Balor. We got Smiley Finn back on Monday Night Raw, saying he's sorry he wasn't there last week because he would have told Owens to his face he doesn't trust him one bit. Balor says he was scheduled to face Rollins, but now it's him against Owens. Owens said sorry, it has to be tonight, patted Balor on the back and left, meaning that he's going to kick Finn Balor's ass. So, Owens and Balor, excellent match. Probably the best thing on the entire show tonight. But Balor said he was supposed to face Seth Rollins tonight. And then it got changed to Rollins being in that 6-man tag, and now Balor versus Owens. Seems like this show felt like it was a last-minute rewrite. And I would not be surprised if we hear the news of that coming out of The Observer or PW Torch, that this show was written last minute and Vince ripped up the script last minute. I would not be surprised if we see any of that happen tomorrow afternoon with news coming out of Monday Night Raw. Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch got some new merchandise. It is awful, just like her promo. You know, I'm a very simple man. I'm a very simple human being. When I hear Becky Lynch speak, I immediately get up, I walk away, and I legitimately do anything that I could possibly find so that the segment goes by like that. And I zone out, I tune her out, and I don't have to listen to Becky Lynch. She is fucking awful. She is genuinely awful. I cannot stand the character that she's playing. And it's not, oh, well, she's doing her job. No, she's not doing her job. If she was doing her job, I would not feel the way that I feel about Becky Lynch in this current state. I'd actually enjoy Becky Lynch. If I'd enjoyed Becky Lynch, she definitely would be doing her job correctly. She's not doing her job correctly. She's not playing a heel correctly. She's this in-between cringe-like act that actually is making me hate her more than anything. She's genuinely awful. Everything about her charismatic attitude, her fucking speech, you know, the way she speaks and the way she acts, it sucks. It really does suck. So there were Becky chants starting in Indiana, you know, because Becky's a heel, and heels get Becky chants when she walks out. She greeted Indianapolis and welcomed them to the big time. So you welcome them to AEW Dynamite. I'm confused. You welcome them to the big time. Monday Night Raw's the big time? I don't think so. You may think it's the big time, but nobody here thinks it's the big time. Nobody watching at home thinks it's the big time. I don't even think NBC Universal thinks it's the big time. Big time shit, maybe. But the big time? No. She said, in case you missed, here's what Flair said about her on Friday. So they showed a video of Flair saying Lynch is just a fabricated champion. So then Becky obviously went on social media and said, Charlotte's got the balls to say something about me is fabricated. Oh, man, I'm going to let you guys let your imagination run wild there. Lynch said Flair out here acting like she don't know who the hell Becky Lynch is. She said she used to be Flair's best friend, who used to ride with her, who was there and so happy for her and all of her accomplishments, but also the person when she needed a shoulder to cry on when they didn't go or things didn't go her way. She said she realized being Flair's friend came with strings, being second to Flair. She said she slapped herself into a new stratosphere. She said she doesn't need to be a one-off, rip-off to succeed, that she's the person whose success makes Flair sick. She said she's going to make Flair confront her own personal insecurities and demons. She says this is about legacy, and if Flair still doesn't know who she is, she's the person who's going to beat the ever-living piss out of Charlotte Flair. Liv Morgan comes down the aisle. She's got a microphone, and she said she's sorry for coming out here and interrupting this little love-hate obsession thing that they seem to have together, her and Charlotte Flair. She said last week, Lynch just walked away, and she can't let that happen again, especially after she finally won the opportunity she's been waiting for to take the title off of the person that at one point she admired the most. Becky Lynch said, whoa, 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 young lady. And she only left to give Morgan a moment in victory because Lord knows she doesn't get many of those, a.k.a. victories, wins. Lynch said she once was Morgan's biggest fan, and she expected Morgan would interrupt since she's done this before. Lynch said she prepared a video. Lynch threw to a Talking Smack video from 4 months ago where Morgan discussed how she's still not champion, even though Lynch returned, and she would love to take the title off of Lynch. Lynch said that was her bad, and she didn't want to get Morgan's hopes up, having no idea Morgan would underperform so badly. She said, hey, you can't blame me since I wasn't around. She said the truth is some people have it and some people don't. She said, look at her, leaving for a year and coming back to win in 26 seconds and run the game. She said Morgan missed the point because it was to get the title while Lynch was gone, because now she's not getting her grubby little hands on the title now that she has it and now that she's back. Morgan said on behalf of the WWE Universe, we can all agree that Big Time Bex is just a big time bitch. So WWE, in typical fashion, has to amp up the promo by throwing in the bitch word, because that's what get people to ooh and ah nowadays. So Lynch put the title down and she tried to sneak attack, and she tried to get the manhandle slam on Liv Morgan, but Morgan countered with an arm drag that sent Becky Lynch rolling to the outside. So they started to yell at each other with Lynch on the outside and Morgan in the ring. Lynch yelled at Morgan not to touch the Raw Women's title, but Liv Morgan did not listen. She held up the title and raised the title in the air. That's the way the segments went off on Monday Night Raw. I like the throwback. I always appreciate when they throw back to a segment that doesn't necessarily have much to do with anything, but Becky Lynch's name was mentioned in this promo with Liv Morgan on Talking Smack, and now they're feuding on Monday Night Raw, so it's a nice little caveat to the feud. So I like when they throw back to something that they weren't going to really use otherwise, and they're making it a focus in today's segment. Fine, great. But I don't want to be the bearer of bad news here, because I know there are a bunch of Liv Morgan stans and super fans out there and fucking basement-dwelling virgins with a bottle of lube and a fucking box of tissues waiting for the latest Liv Morgan Twitter thirst trap to drop. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but Liv Morgan is not winning the Raw Women's Championship. I'm sorry. I don't see how anybody believes Liv Morgan is going to win the Raw Women's Championship. If Bianca Belair did not win the Raw Women's Championship like everybody predicted, oh, but you got to give it chance. You got to give it time. You got to be patient, says the blithering idiots on Twitter. Meanwhile, I was right all along in the 26-second burial that Bianca Belair never recovered from. Now where exactly is Bianca Belair? Oh, that's right. She's feuding with fucking Doudrop. If Bianca Belair wasn't put over by Becky Lynch, what makes you think Liv Morgan is going to be put over? Becky Lynch is holding that championship until Ronda Rousey gets back and they do Ronda versus Becky one final time for the Raw Women's Championship. Liv Morgan is not sniffing a championship while under WWE contract. And don't misconstrue what I say. Don't twist my words around. I'm a fan of Liv Morgan. I've been very high on Liv Morgan. I've praised Liv Morgan. She's not winning the championship. Very difficult for me to care about this when we all kind of know what the end result is going to be. WWE has never given Liv Morgan any break. What makes you think that this is going to be her big break against Becky Lynch? And if by some miracle she wins the championship, how long do you think that's going to last? Give me a break. Matt Riddle and Randy Orton were backstage, and Orton was yelling at Matt Riddle about playing the role of a hero. So the last 2 weeks, he helped out the Street Profits, and what happened? He was almost flattened for interjecting himself in the Omos AJ Styles situation. He said tonight, E made himself a mess, but Riddle ran down. He said Riddle just needs to focus on the tag team championship. Riddle says he just needs some osmosis so they can get on the same page. Riddle said something dumb about your friends' enemies, and Orton yelled that no one says that because no one says that. He said the only thing he cares about is this team and the tag team titles. Riddle said, so you do care about me and the tag team titles. Orton screamed in anger and stormed off. Seems like we're getting a subtle tease of the breakup of RKBro. Riddle's going to continue doing what he wants to do, and Randy Orton is just going to get pissed off 1 week and RKO this motherfucker into oblivion. So the Street Profits walked in asking if Orton doesn't like them still. Riddle said Orton does like them, but he needs to be more like Orton. Angelo Dawkins says the only time you should be in your partner's head is during a match, which is where they're going right now. They said their catchphrase and who wants the smoke and all this other shit, and Riddle said those guys are awesome, and he also wants the smoke, meaning he wants the actual smoke. He doesn't want any of the smoke the Street Profits are going to go and get from the Alpha Academy. He wants the smoke because Bruce Pritchard needs to remind us every week that Matt Riddle is a stoner and he likes to smoke the marijuana. Like we don't know this already. It's not funny anymore. It's not funny anymore. So we get the Street Profits versus the Alpha Academy. And there was a tweet earlier in the afternoon that WWE put out that nobody should be underestimating Chad Gable on Monday Night Raw. So I obviously had to throw my 2 cents in there because, you know, WWE and whoever runs their social media department are a bunch of fucking half-witted idiots. Nobody should underestimate Chad Gable. Meanwhile, WWE, for the duration of this guy's life as a WWE superstar, has underestimated Chad Gable. So much so that they broke him away from Jason Jordan and broke up American Alpha. Only to have Jason Jordan go on to feud with Seth Rollins and become Kurt Angle's son and win championships on Monday Night Raw, while Gable was stuck in a makeshift tag team with Shelton Benjamin. Then they turned him into Shorty G. Then they did nothing with him. This guy's done absolutely nothing on WWE television. So who exactly is underestimating Chad Gable? Certainly not me. Certainly not us. WWE has been underestimating Chad Gable for years. Give me a break. So we got the Street Profits versus the Alpha Academy in a tag team match. This is nothing more than 2 SmackDown or ex-SmackDown tag teams that should have feuded and concluded their feud on SmackDown, but didn't. And now we are getting it on Monday Night Raw because WWE's creative is fucking terrible. Match wasn't bad. I'd like to see more tag team matches between actual teams that mean something. Chad Gable saved Otis from a splash, so Montez wiped him out with a dive. Otis ran over both Ford and Dawkins. The Alpha Academy were in control after a commercial break and worked over Dawkins until Gable missed a moonsault. Ford tagged in, tried to the clothesline on Otis, but Otis obviously is too big and no-sold it. Ford kept trying and failing because Otis is just large. Otis is a large man. So he did wear down Otis a little, but Otis slammed him before knocking down Dawkins. They managed to knock Otis out of the ring, and Dawkins drove him into the barricade. Took Otis out of the match. Gable tried a flying crossbody, but Ford rolled through into a cover for the pinfall win. This was good, and nobody really cared. Nobody really cared up until the Street Profits got the win. And the underestimation of WWE comes to fruition once again as Chad Gable once again is a loser on Monday Night Raw. Rey Mysterio, he's in the back. And last week we got the return of Bobby Lashley. And MVP, the Almighty, is back. So they replaced Dominic Mysterio last week with Bobby Lashley, which should have never even been a thing. Bobby Lashley should have always been on the Survivor Series team. So they showed a video earlier in the day with Rey Mysterio barging in and yelling at Adam Pearce since they had a verbal agreement that Dominic would be in the match. Mysterio asked Pearce if he's a man of his word or not. Pearce then took a deep breath, then said Mysterio is a legend, but he should stay in his lane. As for what kind of man he is, so the man who will put him in a match tonight with Lashley. So that is your main event for Monday Night Raw. Rey Mysterio versus Bobby Lashley. The main event of Monday Night Raw. We're going to take a little bit of a break here, guys. Let me check the chat. We got 2,200 people in the venue, man. I appreciate you guys very much. We got 859 likes. Listen, I know you guys don't see the likes and dislikes anymore, but I do. So make sure you guys hit that thumbs up, man. Let's try for 1,000 likes. We got 859, so we don't need many more. Hit that thumbs up, and let's try to get to 1,000 on tonight's live stream. Continue to hit that subscribe button. Continue to hit that join button. Become a VIP right here on OTS. Today's show sponsored by Honey. joinhoney.com/offthescript. We all shop online. And we've all seen that promo code taunting us at checkout. It's terrible. But thanks to Honey, manually searching for coupon codes is a thing of the past. Honey is the free browser extension that scours the internet for promo codes and applies the best one it finds to your cart. Honey supports over 30,000 stores online. They range from sites like tech, gaming products, popular fashion brands, and even food delivery. Now imagine you're shopping at one of your favorite sites. I usually shop for my caps online because I can't find Braves hats anywhere. So when you go to check out, the Honey button drops down and all you have to do is click Apply Coupons. Wait a few seconds as Honey searches for coupons it finds online for that site. And if Honey finds a working coupon, you guys are going to watch the prices drop, just like the Astros did in the World Series. Now, my World Series hat, man, I saved 20% on my World Series Atlanta Braves championship cap. And how did I do that? I saved that money with Honey. Honey has found over 17 million members, over $2 billion in savings. If you don't already have Honey, you guys could be straight up missing out on free savings. It's literally free money and it installs in seconds. And by getting it, you'll be doing yourself a solid and supporting this podcast. Get Honey for free at joinhoney.com/offthescript. That's joinhoney.com/offthescript. And I want to thank Honey for being such a great friend of the podcast right here on the Monday Night Raw post show on November 16th, man. We got another sponsor for today's show, man. I want to kick it to this trailer. And the fine team, the production team over at Corpse Control reached out to me and said, JD, we love your show. We'd love if you push the trailer, and we think you would really enjoy it because we know you love zombies and you're from New York City and you're a funny guy, so you'll probably get a kick out of it being in New York City and it being a comedy show. So this is an episodic series of two exterminators, Corpse Control, that go around New York City killing the undead and getting into some zombie antics. So we're going to kick it right now to the trailer. This is the trailer for Zombie or Corpse. It's a zombie series, but this is the trailer for Corpse Control right here on Off the Script.
This is probably the most boring job I've ever had.
Well said.
All they do is stand there and groan.
Yeah, I'm happy that they just stand there and groan.
Jeepers, is that a corpse over there?
Yeah, see? And nobody gives a shit. Unless they get into a place where they shouldn't be, then they call on the muscle.
You get a hair trigger pointed at your head. What do? We have vaccines now.
Vaccines! You really trust them?
I don't think that this relationship could be repaired after this. Yo! Hi!
I've been studying this virus for years, okay? And it's changed. It's evolved every single year since its known existence.
I'm more worried about how these corpses are getting juice full of energy. That's the real question.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Is it bad?
It's going good.
So what, you just wanted me for my body? Yes! Oh! Oh! Yeah!
What the hell else could go wrong today? Most likely nothing.
Who the hell is that?
For corpse control. Corpse control.
Thanks for using corpse control.
Skydiving instructors?
That was the trailer for Corpse Control. Make sure you guys go and check out the entire series. I left you guys a link pinned in the comment section of tonight's stream right at the top. Go and check it out. Show them some support and tell them that JD sent you over there, man. So thank you to my good friends over at the production team on Corpse Control, man. Let's get back into the Monday Night Raw post-show. Nikki Trash. She came out to absolutely no reaction. She's one half of the women's tag team champions that is not on the Survivor Series team. But all I heard was, oh, well, she came up with her own gimmick. She's succeeding because this is her own gimmick. Look at how great and influential she is, man. Sure she is. That's why she's one half of the tag team champions and not joining her partner, the other half, on Team Survivor Series. Great. So she had a match with Zelina Vega, and this was clearly set up for 50-50 booking. Queen Zelina, with a code red, beat Nikki Trash in about 2 minutes. Must be great to be Nikki Ash, right? Queen Zelina gets another victory. And Rhea Ripley, right after this, wrestled Carmella. That went about 6 minutes, so it went more than half the time Queen Zelina and Nikki Ash went. Rhea Ripley beat Carmella with a riptide. What is going on with the women's tag team division? I mean, is there even a division? No, there's not. I really don't even know why we have tag team champions at this point. I don't. It's not like WWE does anything with them. You know, I remember that they can travel back and forth to Monday Night Raw, right? And SmackDown, right? They can travel back to Raw from SmackDown and SmackDown to Raw. I haven't seen them show up on SmackDown since the draft. Not like this tag team's over there anyway, but what are we doing here? Why did we need one of the tag team champions to win and one of the tag team champions to lose? I don't get it. Honestly, it would probably be in WWE's best interest to just burn the fucking titles. They are absolutely fucking worthless. And this is not me hating on women's wrestling. This is not me hating on Nikki Ash and Rhea Ripley. They've been booked into fucking oblivion. You can thank Bruce Pritchard and Johnny Ace, John Laurinaitis, for that one. Nobody gives a shit about women's tag team titles in WWE. So why do we have them? I don't know why we needed to add NXT women's tag team titles. It probably would have made more sense for WWE to bring the women's tag team titles on the main roster down to NXT and just share the championships between all three brands. Because there's no tag teams on Tuesday night and there's no tag teams on Monday and Friday night either. So what are we doing? You're setting this up for Nikki Ash and Rhea Ripley versus Carmella and Queen Zelina. But what happens after that? What if Queen Zelina and Carmella win the tag team championships? Where do we go from there? Who do they wrestle? Who's the team that's going to step up to the plate and wrestle Zelina and Carmella? What if Nikki Ash and Rhea Ripley retain those titles against Zelina and Carmella? Who do they wrestle next in defense of those titles? Nobody knows. Because it doesn't exist. So why are we here? Why do we have titles? It's fucking stupid. It's a waste of everybody's time. And the only reason why Nikki Ash lost and Rhea Ripley won is because of two things. One, WWE gives absolutely zero fucks about Nikki Ash. And number two, she's not on the Survivor Series team, so Rhea Ripley is on the Survivor Series team, so she should be the one that looks strong. Rollins is in the back, and Mackenzie Mitchell interviewed Seth Rollins. He told his assistant to wait in the bus and not to wake the baby. Mitchell asked about Sunday on Survivor Series, and he said he's not going to be a part of the team, but the leader, because leading is what he was born to do. Just like how he led the Usos to victory earlier in the evening. He said after Sunday, he's going to turn his attention to Big E, and simply put, he's going to take the title and lead this show, his show, the A Show, Monday Night Raw, to the mountaintop, because he is a revolutionary, a visionary, and Seth freaking Rollins. Whatever. Same shit by Rollins. Kevin Owens versus Finn Balor. This was easily the best thing on the entire show. Absolutely no questions asked. They went about 12 minutes. I could have watched them go at least another 10. This is the type of match that you should start the show off with to get people excited about Monday Night Raw. So they fought back and forth here. By the way, Balor got no entrance. Finn Balor got no entrance. He didn't do the whole hands in the air and the light thing, and you didn't hear his music barely. So we got no entrance. So, you know, that goes to show you what exactly WWE's plans are for Finn Balor on the main roster. So they fought back and forth until Balor hit a dive, which led us to a commercial break, which is always great in a match like this because it easily sucks up 5 minutes. So Owens hit a rolling senton off the middle rope for 2. They traded moves until Balor hit a sling blade. Owens followed up with a super kick for 2. Owens tried a power bomb on the apron, but Balor gave him a back body drop on the apron instead before drop kicking him into the barricade. Balor then goes up top in the ring now, misses the coup de grace, and Owens hit a pop-up power bomb for a 2 count. Owens tried a diving senton, but Balor got his knees up, and Owens hit all knee. Balor went to the top rope. Owens knocked him off, hit a stunner, and he got the victory on Finn Balor. Very good match. Crowd was into it. And I'd like to see more like this on Monday night, but there is very little of this to go around in general in WWE. Dara Schreiber, she was with AJ Styles and his tag team partner, the mighty AJ Styles and Omos. They were asked about the tension last week with Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode. Styles says they're not even in the same food chain. He said some undeniable facts about the tag team, including the Usos needing to do their job and get the New Day off of his show. He brought up Street Profits and them wanting the smoke. And then a quote from Omos comparing him to Marvel. I don't know why we're comparing Omos to Marvel. And then they switched to the Dirty Dogs, and Omos interjected and said tonight he will make them suffer. Omos is going to make them suffer, he says. I suffer every time I see this tag team on my television. So we got the Dirty Dogs then in a segment backstage, and they said, well, you want to talk about movies? We watched a movie together on Peacock. Of course you did. They caught a movie on Peacock, and it was a classic. They watched Twins with Danny DeVito and I'll be back, Arnold Schwarzenegger. I don't know how anybody lasted a half an hour with this show. I'm surprised I even got to this part of the show. I'm reading this back, and I'm asking myself, I don't believe I have to cover this shit. I don't. So we got AJ Styles and Omos in a tag team match with Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler. AJ Styles and Omos win in 3 minutes. Omos threw Ziggler around, lifted him up in a bench press, and did whatever he does in the ring. He tagged AJ Styles in. AJ Styles goes off the top rope for a phenomenal forearm. Nails pretty boy Dolph. 1, 2, 3. And that's it. AJ Styles wins with the phenomenal forearm. This show is awful. How many weeks are we now removed from the draft? What is it, like 4 weeks? We're not even a month into the fucking draft, and we're already getting boring matches on Monday night. Just like I told you. Rinse and repeat. Give it a month's time. You'll be seeing the same shit every single week. It already feels like it's time for another fucking shakeup. Bobby Lashley was backstage with Sarah Schreiber. She said he was responsible for removing Dominic from the team, but Lashley said he didn't belong on the team in the first place. Well, you heard that, Bruce. Why was he there to begin with? He said the look on Ray's face earlier tonight was the same look on Dominic's face as he tapped out to the Hurt Lock. He said he was going to run through all of the team on SmackDown, and if anyone has a problem with that, to come see him. He's not that hard to find. Rey Mysterio's music hit. He's walking down for the main event. We got Bobby Lashley versus Rey Mysterio in the main event. You know, we're getting the Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio breakup. It's coming. I don't know when it's coming, but it's coming. I don't know when it's happening, the match, but it's happening. Now, the way I think of it is this match would probably be best at WrestleMania. But the thing is, can WWE hold off on this and make it intriguing up until WrestleMania? The answer is no. They can't even make week-to-week television exciting and interesting. They're going to take a fucking storyline from November all the way to April and make it exciting? That's not going to happen. But we're getting the breakup. Now, the thing is, everybody's thinking, well, Dominic is turning heel, right? Dominic is going to betray his father, and he's going to turn heel. I don't see how that is going to do Dominic any good. I don't. Nobody wants to see a heel Dominic in WWE. Nobody gives a shit about Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio to begin with, number one. Number two, nobody is going to give a shit about a heel Dominic Mysterio in WWE. It's quite sad where Dominic was and where he is now. He's a fucking nobody. This is the son of Rey Mysterio, and you've managed to fuck this guy up and make him one of the most uninteresting characters on the entire show. Meanwhile, this guy should be built up like AEW and Tony Khan have built up a Jungle Boy, or Sammy Guevara, or an MJF, or a fucking Darby Allin. This is supposedly Prince Mysterio, right? He feels like catering Mysterio. The feud is coming, but nobody wants to see a heel Dominic. I propose we get a heel Rey Mysterio. I know that may be a little unorthodox to you guys, or a little bizarre, or it may sound weird to you guys, but I think the babyface Dominic getting over on his father and beating his father in the end, who's a heel, would probably benefit Dominic more. And Rey Mysterio is utterly boring as a babyface. Let's switch it up. Rey could be a heel. Have him be that terrible father. Have him beat his son. Whatever. Have him beat his son down. And have Dominic get the big victory as a babyface over his heel father and his father and his, it's father and son at WrestleMania, and they come and join forces and they hug it out in the end, and Mysterio takes off the mask and gives it to Dominic. That's what it should be. Then maybe WWE will push Dominic as the next Mysterio. But right now, I find it very difficult to care about anything that these guys are doing. Bobby Lashley versus Rey Mysterio in the main event of Monday Night Raw. Yawn, snore, sneeze, and whatever else you guys want to do. Close your eyes, take a nap. They did not look good together early on. Very sloppy. Rey actually, he messed up a 619 early on. Lashley dominated, and he was beating down Rey. Delay vertical suplex. Rey finally got a small babyface comeback here. Dodged a spear and hit consecutive 619s before hitting a big splash, but Lashley caught him and applied the hurt lock for the submission victory in about 10 minutes. After the match, Adam Pearce entered, and officials and Dominic went to go check on Rey after he got his ass kicked by Bobby Lashley. Adam Pearce announced that Rey Mysterio was now being replaced by someone to be named later on Team Raw at Survivor Series. So we have Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio removed from Team Raw. Austin Theory showed up from behind Dominic and gave him his finishing move, the ATL, which is nothing more than a fireman's carry into a knee right to the face. Pearce then said, well, listen, Austin Theory, I like your style. You're going to be the fifth member of Team Raw at Survivor Series. And that was it. Austin Theory is now Rey Mysterio's replacement. Monday Night Raw was mercifully over. WWE's Survivor Series build consisted of naming teams on Twitter a week and a half ago, and then thinking that the teams that they announced didn't look right because they announced them on fucking Twitter. Their build consisted of removing active members of each team and replacing them in matches, or replacing these people with matches. Well, if you lose this match, you're off the team. So all they did was announce teams and then pick and choose who they wanted off the team and replace them with other people that they thought were better replacements for Team Survivor Series. That was WWE's entire thought process on building Survivor Series. Normally, we do 3,000 large in the venue on a pay-per-view. Survivor Series, I guarantee you there will be not one instance of somebody watching Survivor Series or giving a shit about Survivor Series. Survivor Series, I predict, will not even be trending on social media Sunday night. It will not even be trending. How could you ask people to care about a brand-to-brand, inter-promotional brand warfare if you've done nothing to make the brand warfare feel important? How? When are they going to learn? When are you finally going to admit the brand split, the draft, the shakeups, separate rosters, this brand-to-brand bullshit at Survivor Series? When will you finally admit that it's outdated? When will you finally admit that it's a failure? The WWE draft and the fucking brand split actually makes these shows worse than they really are. Yeah, and they're pretty bad on a week-to-week basis. But I don't think they would be this bad if WWE had a merged roster. With all the firings that we've seen this year and last year, there should be no excuses Oh, but WWE's not going to get the right people over. There's not going to be opportunity for others. They fired over 240 fucking people since last year. What difference does it fucking make? They have a roster now where they're capable of pushing everybody and giving us 5 hours of television that actually is interesting if they wanted to. But they don't. They don't care. I pray to God that this is the last year we see Survivor Series in this current format. It is an absolute waste of fucking time. And everything that I mentioned to you about Survivor Series this year, the matches, there's not one fucking thing I care about outside of Roman Reigns pinning Big E clean. That's it. Because that man continues to be the best thing on television. And I honestly think Roman Reigns, with what we see right now, should continue to be the most important thing on WWE television. That should be your priority. Finding somebody to be in the ring next with him and who is going to eventually take him down as champion. All this other shit, none of it matters. None of it matters. None of it will matter unless the WWE ends the fucking brand split. Simple. We're going to go over these super chats now, guys. I appreciate you guys very much. Get those super chats in. It's last call at the bar. So get them on in, man. We're going to hang out. I got my cold beverage all ready to go. Thank you guys very much. We got over 1,000 likes. I appreciate you all very, very much. Continue to hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for all notifications. Make sure you guys continue to hit that join button. Become an Off the Script VIP. And go check out Corpse Control, man. Link is in the comment section. Also, check out Honey, joinhoney.com/offthescript. Michelle Moran with a $2 super chat. SmackDown's roster is trash. If only the Usos can invade Raw. Scott McMinn with a $20 super chat. Just showing love. Full Gear was badass. Off to work I go. Thank you for your 20, Scott McMinn. I appreciate it, brother. Jacob Donnelly with a $5 super chat. Thought Survivor Series was next Sunday. Instead, it's this Sunday. That's how bad the build has been. Bro, you're not the only one that is thinking of something else. Many people probably don't realize that there's a pay-per-view this Sunday. Ben Gibson with a $5 super chat. I got 99 problems, but Survivor Series is one of them. Bro, you got 99 problems and WWE is all 99. The Undertaker. British people are just prehistoric Americans. Thank you for that very informative comment, Undertaker. Thank you. British Davis with a $5 super chat. Tell Jesse to hurry up with my shot of Jack Daniels. I'm in need of one to watch this Monday Night Raw. Jesse! I need a shot of Jack. Make mine a double. We're out of Jack. Bro, what do I pay you for, man? I thought you were going to take inventory this past weekend, man. Oh, we got Jack Honey. Oh, I'll take Jack Honey. I love Jack Honey, man. Jack Honey's awesome. Bro, but we need Jack Daniels regular, the original. Don't let me fucking dump you. You saw what Rosa did to LaGreca, bro. Thank you, British Davis. Nick Crispino with a $5 super chat. So Dom can't be on the Survivor Series team because he hasn't won a championship, but Theory can after Ray gave it his all against Bobby Lashley. Yeah. Yes, I guess Bruce and Vince didn't realize what Adam Pearce was scripted to say last week, that he wanted all of the team Raw to be former champions, but Austin Theory is in some way a former WWE champion, according to Bruce Pritchard and Vince McMahon. I love how Jesse thinks he's not the bartender. Bro, do you see Issa in the chat? If Issa is not here, bro, then you are the bartender. Listen, man, shut up and pour yourself a shot of Crown Apple. I'll let this one slide. Don't let me get Rose on you, bro. Don't let me get Rose to throwing cake in your face, bro. I'll tell you right now. Thank you, Nick, for the $5 super chat. Jericho8131 with a $10 super chat. 2016 was probably the best Survivor Series WWE has done since the brand split. Booking was top-notch. It felt slightly important. And that men's 5 versus 5 match was great. It's been mediocre boredom ever since. Bro, I can't even remember the last time I actually cared about Survivor Series. I can't tell you. I used to love Survivor Series, man. Every time this year rolled around or the Thanksgiving rolled around, my brothers and I would watch old school Survivor Series matches back from the 90s when it actually meant something. Tony Brown with a $4.99 super chat. JD, since there ain't nothing much else tonight, who's the top 5 female wrestlers on AEW and on WWE combined? There's such a sucked division. OTS for life. Top 5 female wrestlers, AEW and WWE combined, Tony Brown. What are we basing it off of? In-ring ability or looks? Sasha Banks, Io Shirai, Bayley, Britt Baker, and Thunder Rosa. The Gary Sphere, $5 super chat. I can't even take Roman seriously anymore since he needed help against Xavier of all people. So there goes the only thing about WWE I was enjoying. Yeah, Gary, that was fucking ridiculous, man. Roman loses by DQ. And I mentioned this on the extra I did before Full Gear on Saturday afternoon. I did a little breakdown of SmackDown and what I didn't like. The only thing that I saw from all of that was a man who needed help against Xavier Woods. And Roman Reigns is not that type of guy who needs help. Oh, Kotz is in the chat. Jade is yummy. I could see Jade being right up Kotz's alley, for sure. I could see Tony Storm also being up Kotz's alley. William Robertson with a $9.99 super chat. Thank you for your review. I couldn't make it through the first hour of Raw. This was crap. After watching Full Gear Saturday with great wrestling matches, Raw was just not worth watching. OTS for life. William, thank you for being here, brother. Really. Oh, I know, bro. I know what alley, man. 16 hockey nerd fan with a $5 super chat. Hey, JD, tomorrow's my 29th birthday, and I just want to raise my mug and cheer to the #1 podcast in the world.
My mug.
What the fuck? What the fuck was that? Felt like it was in some fucking jazz club. Yo, Jesse, you changing the music on me, bro. You're trying to get me copyright struck here. What the fuck was that? I don't know, man. Was that less than 7 seconds? I hope that was less than 7 seconds, man. I don't know what the fuck that was. Yo, everybody in the chat, throw up the birthday cake emojis for Hockey Nerd Fan. Happy birthday, brother. The Gary Sphere with a $2 super chat. I wish I had a nickel for every roll-up in DQ. Gary, I wish I had 3 hours in which I could actually sleep. The Jizz Club song, bro? Really? King Mo with a $4.99 super chat. I've lost all interest in WWE at this point. I'm just here to support the podcast. You cool people, bro. Keeping up is just a chore. AEW is where it's at. Thank you, King Mo. And I'm right there with you, brother. If I didn't have to do this show, I would not be here. Shakoy with a $2 super chat. Why is Piper Niven still called Doudrop? Eva is gone. Apparently, Shakoy, she wants to get the gimmick over. It's like a test for her. And quite frankly, I don't think it's working. Man, Spotify picked up my voice and it activated the voice activation feature. And it played the song The Mug or some shit like that. I don't know. I didn't mention anything about asking Spotify to change the fucking song, but here we are. Mike Hunt with a $4.99 super chat. All year they had Raw and SmackDown Superstars cross brands for dumb reasons, but to hype up Survivor Series, they do rematches with no cross brand fights. Yes. Listen, bro, I've given up. I've given up in trying to make sense of what I watch on Monday night. Yeah, I'm going to get copyright struck, I'm sure. Oh, my God. Manic Destroyer. Cots, thank you, brother. 2 months. Damn, I forgot to cancel. Go fuck yourself, man. You're a 2-month VIP, bro. Little Willie with a $4.99 super chat. After a year or two not watching WWE, it feels great to not have to watch this shit every week. Still love you, though, JD. You the man. Thank you, Little Willie. And he also says, I don't even miss watching WWE. It's that bad now. Ricardo Linnell. Oh, there's Issa. There's Issa. Jesse, you're off your shift now. Issa's back. Goodbye. Still waiting on my fucking double jack, though. Clown. Ricardo Linnell with a $2 super chat. Thanks, JD, for the review. I hate Raw so much. This show is the only thing that keeps any remote interest in anything WWE for me. I need a screwball peanut butter whiskey. Stat. Jesse, light ice. Thank you, Ricardo. TJ with a $2 super chat. Put the jazz music back on. Not unless I want my video to be demonetized. And Oz Inglorious with a $5 super chat. I haven't watched WWE in 20 years, but really enjoy the streams. Homage! AEW for life. Thank you, Oz. Listen, guys. It's a slow night all around. Slow night for Super Chat. Slow night for the fucking show. We're getting out of here before 1 o'clock, man. I see Jesse already mopping the fucking floors. Jesse's already mopping the floors, bro. What a good little soldier. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you. I'm gonna hop in the shower and get some sleep. This show was genuinely awful tonight. It really was. Thank you for the re-upping of VIP members. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the subscriptions. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate you guys very, very much. I'll probably be on my second channel streaming tomorrow. Halo, maybe. Call of Duty, maybe. I don't know. Make sure you guys go check out Honey. Joinhoney.com/offthescript. Download it. It's free. Save some money. Why not? Go check out my boys over at the Corpse Control miniseries on YouTube. They got their own channel. Go check it out. I pinned the series in the comments section. Go check it out. Some fun stuff there. And I may see you guys tomorrow for NXT, man. I may be in the mood to cover some fucking NXT. I don't know. We'll see. Tony D'Angelo versus Dexter Lumis tomorrow, isn't it? No? Maybe? Or did that happen on Tuesday? I have no fucking idea. I don't know. The fuck do I know, man? The show sucks. Anyway, I'm getting out of here. I'm getting in the Mustang. I'm hitting the highway, man. I need 2 things from you right now. Number 1, I need those guitar emojis in the chat. And if you got them, I need those Mustang emojis in the chat as well. Number 2, I need that music on max. Alex Perez with a $4.99 super chat. Tonight was Vince's answer to Full Gear. I used to love Survivor Series. Think I'll rewatch Full Gear instead. Good man. Good man. I'll see you guys tomorrow for NXT. See you guys later.